So there you have it, Newcastle United into the semi-finals of the League Cup for the first time since 1976, and yeah, it's a strange feeling because we're so used to Newcastle, you know, dismissing the cups in the past, but Eddie Howe hasn't had that attitude in this competition. Certainly Newcastle go through the last four, and it's a night where it just all feels a little bit routine, dare I say. Newcastle, you know, had their A team back on the pitch tonight, and for me they were fantastic. You know, they created chances. Yes, the first hour was a bit nervy, but they got there in the end. The two goals, one brilliantly coming from Dan Burn, what a moment for him, one he's probably dreamed of his entire life, scoring in a big game at St James's Park, and then Joe Linton to wrap it up. But yeah, it felt a little bit routine in some ways, which I guess is a good sign. Newcastle United fans obviously partied, and I'm sure the party will go on long into the night, and the atmosphere they provided was absolutely brilliant, right from the first whistle and through the game. But Newcastle are in the semi-final. They'll have to see what the draw brings them, but hopefully it's kind. But even if it's not a two-legged semi-final against some of the teams still in it, you cannot discount Newcastle. They're here because they deserve to be here. They've moved quickly on from Sheffield Wednesday, and they can still dream about that Wembley final. It's next month, it's not far away. Those two huge semi-finals to come. So that was the reaction directly after the game. Dust has settled a little bit now, but really I think this is a really massive achievement for Eddie Howe and his players, and I think he knows the direction the club is going, and the supporters have known for a long time that, you know, Newcastle has the potential to have nights like this, the huge cup nights under the lights, and just a remarkable atmosphere, which it was from start to finish. And I think really, with one road still open to Wembley and in a Champions League position, probably Newcastle probably overachieved what people thought this season. But I don't think that's the feeling from within the camp. But, you know, the pundits, football observers would not have expected Newcastle to get to a semi-final and be in the Champions League challenge come the middle of January. But here they are, and you know, just looking back on the night, I think the players really enjoyed the celebrations at the end. It was great to see, and you know, from Dan Burn's point of view, it was just a complete dream night. And that sounds cliched, but it's the only way to describe it, because he is a guy who was a season ticket holder, and you know, he's gone out there tonight and just achieved that dream, scoring a big goal in a big game, big moment. The roof come off the Gallagher end. He finished it like a centre forward, and it was just a wonderful night for him and his family. So great moment for him. And then the professional part of it was that Newcastle, you know, got the second goal. Yes, Jamie Vardy had a couple of chances after Joe Linton's strike, but look, Newcastle go through. They're still in this now, and I think whoever they play now know they have to come to St James's Park. It is going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult for them. It's going to be another sellout. Cup fever will grip Tyneside between now and then. Everyone will want a ticket. Everyone, you know, who's been through the ups and downs of Newcastle will want to be there if Newcastle can make it to a final. And then, you know, we see where they go. But ultimately, these are the nights that you want as you know, football fans. And Newcastle got it. And you've got to give credit to each and every player and the staff, because you know, they've made it possible for the fans to dream, and that's a huge thing for Newcastle now moving forward. And yeah, you know, it's just a remarkable night. And Eddie Howe afterwards, you know, said it's been too long for Newcastle to get to this stage, but they're there now. So over at Sunday against Fulham, but for the next few days, I'm pretty sure the fans will make the most of every second